Hey, kindergarteners, how's it going? Welcome to week 2 of our rhythms. We're gonna go ahead and keep going. Hope you guys practiced the week 1 rhythms. I think week 3. I think I might do a couple songs that we can do some rhythms too. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. But we have to learn these couple symbols first, okay? Before we can do that. So let's get going right away. Yeah. So remember, here are all our symbols, okay? Um, and let's go ahead and go through all these symbols, yeah? So the first symbol, remember, we have our first two, okay? The first one is the quarter note. Everybody say quarter note. Good. And remember, what do we call the quarter note when we're clapping? Do you remember? Maybe you can read that word on the screen. It says j am. It's jam, right? So our quarter note, remember, is one clap, and we call it jam. We say jam, and when we clap it, we go jam. One more time, jam. Okay, can you do that with me? Here we go. Jam. One more time, jam. One more, jam. Good. Um, excuse me. So we have our jam, right? Our quarter note, our jam. Okay. That was one of the notes we learned last time. Let's check out the second note. Remember, the second note is called, do you remember? It's called cherry, right? Well, we call it cherry. When we clap it, we go cherry. Do that with me. Cherry. One more time. Cherry. Good. So that's our cherry, but what do we call that note? What is it actually called? We call it a cherry when we're clapping. What's it actually called? It's called a eighth note, right? Everybody say eighth note. One more time, say eighth note. Cool. So we have our quarter note and we have our eighth note. Okay, we have our jam and we have our cherry, right? So this time we're gonna add one more symbol. You guys ready to learn the next symbol? So the next symbol is this one right here. Okay, it's like a little squiggly line, right? And this particular squiggly line, right? Musicians call this one a rest. Can you say rest? One more time, rest. So a rest is this symbol here, and when you see it in music, unlike a note, we don't clap at all. In fact, we're supposed to rest, right? We don't clap, okay? We don't play our instruments, we don't do anything, right? A rest means don't do anything for this beat, okay? So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do something. We're going to tell ourselves to be quiet. Sound good? So you're going to take your finger and you're going to put it up to your mouth and you're going to say shh. Okay? So when you say a rest, you're going to go shh. One more time. We go shh. Okay? So that's going to be our rest. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice some of these notes, and we'll practice our rest there. So here's the same ones we were looking at last time, right? So we have our, let's start with the red one, remember? So our red one, we have all, what kind of note? Do you remember? It's called a quarter note, right? And we call it a jam, yeah? So let's read it. It says jam, 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 right? So let's clap that on 4, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jam, 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 jam. Good. One more time. That red one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jam, 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 jam. Good. I hope you got that. Let's try the blue one now, yeah? So the blue one down at the bottom here says, what kind of notes are these? Do you remember? Ooh, remember they are eighth notes, yeah? And we call them, when they put two together, we call it a cherry, right? So it says, let's read it. It says cherry, 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 right? All right, let's try and clap it. Okay, on 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cherry, 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 cherry. Were you able to do that? Yeah, I put those ands in there. That's so that we have those mid parts for our cherry. That's our eighth notes. We have to have 8 of them. Let's try it again. Here we go. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cherry, 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 cherry. Good. I hope you got that. How about we combine the two now, yeah? So let's look at the green one. Okay. So the green one, it says cherry jam, right? Okay. So we're going to go cherry jam, cherry jam. Here we go. You guys ready? Hands ready? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cherry jam, cherry jam. Ooh, were you able to do that? Remember to keep your eyes on those notes. We're looking at the green one, okay? So one more time. Remember, it's cherry jam, cherry jam. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cherry jam, cherry jam. Good. All right, so let's add in that last symbol that we just learned, okay? So that last symbol right here in the purple one up at the top says cherry, cherry, jam, and then it says to rest, right? And what do we do for a rest? Do you remember? We go shh, right? So let's read it again. It says cherry, cherry, jam, shh. Okay, so let's try it. It's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cherry, cherry, jam, shh. Were you able to do that? Let's try it again. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cherry, cherry, jam, shh. I hope you had that. All right, let's try these like multiple times, yeah? We'll do like 3 or 4, okay? So let's try it. Here we go. Let's start with the purple one up there, okay? So remember that one is cherry jam. Sorry, that's the green one. Let's look again at the purple one. The purple one says cherry, cherry, jam, shh. Okay, let's try it. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Cherry, cherry, jam, shh. Cherry, cherry, jam, shh. Cherry, cherry, jam, shh. One more. Cherry, cherry, jam, shh. Good, I hope you got that. All right, let's do the green one now. Green one, remember, says, can you read it? Read it with me. It says cherry jam, cherry jam. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Cherry jam, cherry jam. Cherry jam, cherry jam. Cherry jam, cherry jam. One more. Cherry jam, cherry jam. Good. All right. Let's finish off with our last two down there. Let's do the red one. Remember that one says, read it with me, jam, 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 jam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. One more. Jam, 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 jam. Excellent. All right. Last one. All cherries now, right? Cherry, 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 cherry. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cherry, 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 cherry. Cherry, 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 cherry. Cherry, 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 cherry. Cherry, 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 cherry. Excellent. Cool. Hey, so that's all our rhythms, and I want you to try and practice these, okay? You can go back onto this part of the video and practice these rhythms, and next time I think I'll pull out some music and we'll maybe do some of these rhythms to music. Sound good? Okay. All right, guys. Make sure you check out the symbols video again, and I will see you guys in the next lessons. Bye, kindergartners.